Mikel Arteta praises Albert Sambi Lokonga after Arsenal's draw with Brighton. Lokonga, meanwhile, started alongside Thomas Partey in the absence of Granit Xhaka, who is sidelined with a knee injury. And Arteta was impressed with the 21-year-old's display at the Amex Stadium. When asked to give his verdict on Lokonga's performance, Arteta replied, "I think he did really well. I think he had one of the best performances of the players on the pitch. He shows a lot of character and all the time good positions. I think his defensive work and understanding is getting better. It was a really difficult game because it was all the time one-on-one duels in the middle of the pitch and it's not the game that really suits him the most. But I think considering the circumstances he did really well." Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta shared some positive news regarding Bukayo Saka's injury. Saka has been influential for the Gunners throughout the season and was instrumental during his team's goalless draw with Brighton at the Amex Stadium. The winger, though, hobbled off after 90 minutes and was replaced by Ainsley Maitland-Niles, which caused concern among the North Londoners' faithful. But Arteta is confident the England international has only sustained a minor knock and should be fine. The Arsenal boss said, "He should be fine. He got a knock, but he should be fine." Ian Wright says Thomas Partey and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang were poor in Arsenal's draw with Brighton. Ian Wright believes Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Thomas Partey were both poor in Arsenal's goalless draw with Brighton on Saturday. It would be easy to get carried away with that result last week, the win over Tottenham, because they were fantastic, but this was a very well-drilled Brighton side in difficult conditions and a very young Arsenal side, Wright said on BBC's Match of the Day. "I thought Aubameyang today, unfortunately, was poor. I thought Partey was poor. I thought Odegaard didn't play very well. We know what Brighton are going to do, we need to keep the ball and get the counter-attack going. We could not do that today. Everything was bouncing off Aubameyang. When he got into opportunities he couldn't quite get it out of his feet. It just wasn't happening for him. It was an off day, we saw how sharp he was last week. This kind of game suits Lacazette more. He links the play better. We didn't punish them and it was in those moments, on the counter, that we lacked quality. In the end I think it's a fantastic point for Arsenal with the way the team is. It's a young team, it's a good point, it's much better than I thought it would be in the end." Takehiro Tomiyasu given a tired time by Marc Cucurella in Arsenal's goalless draw with Brighton, according to Alan Smith. Cucarella was named man of the match for his impressive display on Brighton's left flank. And former Arsenal striker Smith, who was co-commentating on the match for Sky Sports, believes Tomiyasu struggled to get to grips with the 23-year-old Spaniard. "He was a constant threat up that left-hand side," said Smith. "Tomiyasu will be glad to see the back of him. That first half especially he gave him a torrid time. He's got the energy, he's got the stamina you need for this league, but he's also got the quality, he's got the heart as well. We underestimate how difficult it is coming to a new country and all that entails. Your family might be over, you've got to buy a house. Then there's the Premier League, it's the toughest league in the world from a competitive nature, the intensity of it. But I think physically and athletically he's going to be able to cope with that. You've got to have quality at the end of it and he's shown that more than once." What was he, £15 million? That looks like an astute signing from Graham Potter. With Veltman on the other side and Tariq Lamptey, that's a nice balance going forward. Arsenal target Raheem Sterling as Manchester City contract talks stall. Arsenal are keeping tabs on Raheem Sterling's situation at Manchester City, according to reports. The England international has less than 2 years remaining on his current deal with the Premier League champions and talks over a new contract had stalled. The 26-year-old has also used as a rotational option by Pep Guardiola this season, starting just 2 of City's 6 Premier League fixtures so far. According to the Daily Star, Sterling is at the top of Arsenal's transfer shortlist and the winger has an excellent relationship with Arteta, having worked with him at City. The report claims that Arsenal are keeping tabs on Sterling's contract talks with City and are considering a move if the situation does not progress by the end of the season, when the winger will have just a year remaining on his deal. Earlier this week, The Telegraph reported that Sterling and Guardiola held talks in September during which the pair agreed to disagree on certain matters. The report also claimed that Sterling was told that he remains an important part of Guardiola's plans at City.